Hi, my name is Rhonda, and I'm here to talk about why I'm making this video. I started the Carnivore Diet 40 days ago today, the correct way. Before that, I had kind of started it before then, but didn't do it really right. So I restarted 40 days ago. Before that, it was like a month or so before that was just all trial and error and mistakes and that sort of thing. Please forgive me. I'm tired. I just got off work, 12 hours, and it's my Friday though, so it's okay. So I'm going to do the best I can to explain what's going on here and see if anybody can be helped by any of this information. I wanted to start by saying that I have this medical thing called Interstitial Cystitis. And I guess a lot of people don't have that. But what it is when I was 43 years old, before that, I had bladder infections my whole life. Like ever since I can remember. I was always at the doctor's office. My mother bringing me into the doctor's office and Dr. Quinn, my doctor, giving me antibiotics all the time for my bladder infections, which now I believe was the cause of being molested as a child, which I found out about 10 years ago. I had suspected something had happened, but I didn't know for sure until the person actually told me to my face about 10 years ago. So anyways, I'd had bladder infections my whole life. And so when this happened to me, I could tell something was different. It wasn't exactly the same pain as a bladder infection. I could tell it was in a different place. The pain wasn't coming from the same place as it normally did. It felt deeper, felt more in the middle of my body where I couldn't reach it. So anyways, when this happened, I was 43 years old, and I was just in the most excruciating pain. And I couldn't walk, I couldn't get up. I just had this horrible pain in the middle of my body, and it almost felt like a bladder infection, but something was a little different. And I was on the floor, I was rubbing my body, and I was putting heat and ice and Advil and whatever I couldn't. This pain. I tried, of course, still the bladder infection medicine that I always have on hand just in case, because I always have it on hand just in case because I've had so many bladder infections. So that didn't solve it. So I went to my doctor and my gynecologist, and she sent me to the specialist. This was when I lived in I live in California, so this was when I lived kind of Central California. So I went to this doctor in Santa Cruz, and she said I needed to have a surgery right away where they look inside my bladder to see what's going on. So I went back, like it was like the next day or something like that, and it was outpatient surgery. I got prepped, went into OR, they put me under, they filled up my bladder with water, and they sent a camera in there and took pictures of the inside of my bladder, and it came back, and they did some biopsies too. So this is what it looks like. That was, a few years ago. I'm not 43 anymore. So they did the biopsies, and there wasn't anything cancerous, but it said that it was basically what I was told was that I had to be really careful what I ate, because the nerve endings of my bladder lining and my bladder lining was like sloughing off. That's the word that she used, sloughing off, and that my nerve endings in my bladder were exposed to whatever it is that I put in my body. So I had to be really careful what I ate and drank. So she gave me a piece of paper with a list of foods that you're not supposed to eat, or foods that are okay to eat. And at the time, I was drinking coffee, and coffee was on the list to don't drink any coffee. So I stopped drinking coffee. Also on the list was don't drink any red wine. At the time I was drinking red wine, so don't drink any more red wine. And then food-wise, it was nothing. Don't eat anything spicy, which I didn't really eat a lot of spicy stuff, but I totally went to just basically bland, flavorless food, and then just prayed that that didn't happen again, because it hurt so bad. So they said once you get your bladder distended, you kind of can go for a couple of, I think they said a couple of years, could be wrong, without pain, because of the procedure that they had done. And if it happens again, they could distend it again, and then that would kind of give you some more time without that kind of pain. But luckily it hasn't happened again to that extent where I had to have it distended again. So just being careful what I ate, right? But then a few years ago, I have a garden here at the house, and I grew some tomatoes, and I grew a giant tomato. I'll put a picture of it up. Probably I'll try to make a thumbnail of me with that picture of the tomato that I ate. I don't remember if I ate the whole thing, but I ate some of that tomato, and oh my gosh, again with the same pain on the floor. Couldn't do anything, and I knew exactly what happened because it was the same pain. So I was like, oh my gosh, this tomato, I can't even eat. I can't eat tomato. It was a fresh from the garden tomato. I can't eat tomatoes. So I had to go to the doctor, and they gave me some medicine, and then I just waited it out. And ever since then, just being really, really careful what I eat. So, but then also, well, being as far as spicy goes, but still not, not eating really, really healthy until, I guess a few years, pandemic, I tried keto, because I had just gained so much weight. I tried keto. I had a complete success on keto, and was doing really good until I went back to work at my second job. I worked only one job through the pandemic, but when I went back to my second job, I was still doing the keto, but I was doing the keto snacks where you buy the crap in the boxes, and you make the recipes and you eat more than you're supposed to, that kind of stuff. So I should have just stuck with the keto that I had been doing, that worked for me. But I, again, had just no time to do all that stuff, so I relied on my crutch of the keto snacks and keto like recipes of all kinds of garbage, just branched too far away from where I had been. So then I just went off the rails and went all the way back to where I was before. So now, having gained all that weight back, here I am again. And I had started looking into doing keto again, but then when I was doing that, I ran into Dr. Barry's YouTube channel, and then also Dr. Chafee, and basically started looking at these videos going, oh, what's this carnivore thing? And it's like keto on steroids, and then there's Lion Diet after carnivore, which is carnivore on steroids basically. And I wanted to try to do, if there's something better than keto, I'm all in for it. Let me try it. So I just jumped in like an idiot, and I didn't have any, I still had my Redmond salt from when I was doing keto. So I thought, well, that'll be good, right? It'll be enough if I could just get some meat and not eat any vegetables, or, you know, I've got butter, Costco, I got bacon, and I already, you know, got eggs. I could just start right now. So I just didn't really do enough research and all of that into the whole getting the electrolytes and all of that situated. So when I got my first leg cramp, I was like, oh, that's right, I remember this now. It was like, where is my salt? So and then I felt horrible. I've got a couple other videos I'll put up, but that I filmed previously, because it was just horrible, horrible, horrible. I did some stupid stuff like eat cheese, which I found out I cannot eat cheese. I found out the hard way I cannot eat cheese. So, anyways, I've been watching other people's videos constantly. I'm just trying to keep inspired. And oh, there's Sean, then there's Kip, then there's Bill right now. Oh, and Carrie from Homestead How. He's right now on his way to Bill's house in Alaska. I just looked on Google right now. It's 10 o'clock in the morning at Alaska, and Bill said that Carrie's supposed to be there with Emma, his daughter, at between 11 and 12. So any minute now they'll meet and they'll have a wonderful union, and they're going to put together, I'm sure, some really awesome videos of their get together, and I can't wait to see them all together in Alaska. Anyways, that's what's happening right now. Okay, so I had been watching, I'm so excited. I've been checking my phone all day waiting for a short or something, and there's nothing. It's killing me. Anyways, so I had been watching Dante Fregno, and he had bought this thing, actually, this air fryer that he showed himself making his meat on his porch, and he's got this really great cutting board, and he's got this air fryer that he says it's specially made for cooking meat. And I thought, that might be kind of perfect for me, because I rent a room, I live upstairs, I don't have a kitchen, and when I use the kitchen downstairs, and the people that I rent a room from, it's not always easy to get into the kitchen. It's not, it's always not available, or I have to drag all my stuff downstairs to do my cooking, and then drag everything back upstairs after I'm done. So I thought, well, maybe if this doesn't get real smoky, or like, I don't know, smell up the whole house, I don't know what's gonna happen. But anyways, I thought I could cook up here and be out of their way, and make myself a little. I already have my little kitchen area back. Where is it? Oh, it's behind the box. That's my pantry back there, my plates and forks and stuff. And it's not Christmas time, but I always have my Christmas stuff up, because it's actually, today is August 10th, 2023. I just have my Christmas stuff up because it makes me happy. Christmas stuff around me makes me smile, and so whatever I can do to make myself smile, that's what I'm gonna do. So I leave it up. Those are my birds. They make me happy too. They're over there. That's their little in-house aviary, and they get to fly around, so they're not in a cage. They're just share the room. They're part of the room with me, so they can they can hang out. We can all hang out together. Right, guys? Yeah, they're happy now because I just got home and I always put on their YouTube videos for them. I got them a little iPad things so that they could. I've got their playlist of the bird sounds and things like that. So they got every day they've got birds that they talk to from other people's YouTube videos, and it keeps them happy, as you can hear. So, anyways, I wanted to do an unboxing. I thought it would be fun to do an unboxing of this air fryer that where did I put my scissors? That Dante, that Dante bought and he uses at his house. So I just saw Bill Knotts from Alaska, his little short that he got a Ninja air fryer, and he's using it in his bedroom too. So it's kind of like we're doing the same thing. He's got a little Ninja air fryer. I got this Dreo air fryer, and so I'm gonna check it out. And I watch Dr. Chafee's videos about how to prepare